Now, we know you may feel like you hear and see a lot of crazy in the news, but this morning, the president, the sitting elected U.S. president, President Trump, has openly floated an idea that has never happened in this country's history. That is, delaying the presidential election, when, of course, his own term is up to your vote. It didn't happen during the Civil War, didn't happen during World War II or World War I. In a tweet this morning, he wrote, "With universal mail-in voting, not absentee voting, which is good, 2020 will be the most inaccurate and fraudulent election in history." By the way, he makes that on no factual basis. He makes that charge. "It will be a great embarrassment to the USA. Delay the election until people can properly, securely, and safely vote." That, in a string of tweets, hundreds of them throughout his presidency, is a remarkable thing for a sitting U.S. president to say and suggest, particularly as his public support is dropping and the economy is suffering. CNN's Joe Johns joins me with more. Now, Joe, I do want to inject a little bit of skepticism here, because this is a president who often says outrageous things when he wants to distract attention. Of course, this is a day when we learn that the economy contracted by a third in the second quarter. Is this a serious suggestion from the president?
Well, I'm sure people over here at the White House will point out that he just put question marks, 3 question marks on the end of that tweet. But I don't think you can underestimate the seriousness of this, because if you think about it in the big picture, this president is delegitimizing and undermining an election yet to be held, set for November, in which polls show he's in real trouble. And so the question, of course, is, frankly, can the president do that? And if you look at the Constitution, the Elections Clause, it's pretty clear. It's up to the legislature, in other words, the Congress of the United States, both houses of Congress, to determine the time, place, and manner of federal elections. So both houses would have to agree, meaning the Democrats who control the House and the Republicans who control the Senate. And that, quite frankly, does not seem likely at all, even in the most severe emergency as it stands. So it doesn't seem likely, and nonetheless, I think we take it very seriously and examine what the president's talking about, Jim.
Well, the other point here is, if he cannot do it legally, this is part of a broader message, is it not, undermining the results in advance, right, if he were to lose. Is that a reasonable analysis of this?
Right, and that whole tweet is about undermining the results before they happen, putting that prophylactic message out there that this is going to be a fraudulent election, which polls show he's in real trouble. Nonetheless, it's pretty clear that mail-in voting works, and the president, frankly, is just in real trouble, and that's why you see this tweet.
Well, we'll see if sitting Republican lawmakers publicly and resolutely reject it. They've been challenged before, often do not do so. Joe Johns at the